what he had in his arsenal down low. And here we are on the court, and we're ready to go. So it's all yours.
I have two of the most frequent scorers in low post history right here. So before we get to Akeem, I just want to get to Shaq and Charles on what they're thinking, because we talked about the Clippers were down, how Blake Griffin wasn't able to put a low post presence.
Right.
So what's the first thing, Shaq, as you got the ball from your point guard, was your low post presence start?
Well, Blake and myself, we had a similar team. If I was Blake, what I would do, my first move would always be the jump hook. Now, you know they're going to double. Now, if they double, reason why you want to come middle is you can see where the double is coming from. You can kick it out to D. Scott. You can kick it out to B. Shaw. You can kick it out to GP. You can kick it out to Jane Posey. So now, once that happens, Memphis had to say, you know what? We can't double no more because they're killing us from the outside. Now, you go to this move right here. My second move would have everybody come and then turn away with the drop step. And that's the only two moves I had, was the jump hook and then the drop step.
And then we had Charles, who you really like that block. I know you did. You want me to go on that side?
No, okay. Stay over here.
So, see how you know that as an opponent, that he liked that block better?
Okay.
But anyway, first thing what Charles was thinking of is what?
The first thing, you got to post up here. The reason why is always post above the block, because that gives you middle and baseline. If you post too low, you're not going anywhere but out of bounds. So never post below the box. But this is what I would tell Blake. I want the ball right here. And I only had two moves on this box. I'm trying to get to that middle. And the guy's going to have to respect my middle. And then I'm already bringing this leg around. The guy's beat. I'm laying this ball in. And the reason you want to make one dribble. If they don't stop you, just lay it in. If they stop you, just spin back. You got to stop the double team from coming, because if they're going to double you, you're getting guys shots, but they're threes or long jump shots. But the main thing you got to make sure, listen, one guy can't guard you. I've never met a great big guy who one guy could.
And the same thing you just said. He said he always looked middle. So if Charles is guarding me, he looked middle first, because if he looks middle, he knows where everyone is. So now, since Charles isn't there, I can come, and if he comes, I can come back. I always look middle. And once he looks middle, he's able to see the whole floor. The other thing that Dream added against Shaq, that we added against you. So Shaq was guarding it, and you pass it. He's bounding ball, Shaq, because Shaq was so big and you beat me. So Shaq was so big, so what we did was Shaq used to push him off the block. So he would come to the pass and shoot it and turn around at the same time. We worked on that for like a half an hour to an hour every day. So as the ball's coming, Shaq, who's much more physical, he's catching it and turning and shooting at the same time, which we added it only for Shaq.
And one more thing for Blake. I noticed that when he gets on the block, they push him out.
Yeah.
So what he should do, he should run down the middle of the court, make the refs call 3 seconds. So now if you push me out, now you're at that spot that Chucky talked about, right there.
It's all position.
And listen, first of all, DeAndre Jordan needs this more, because right now he ain't never scored unless he dunk it. Like Blake has got a chance of being one of the greatest power forwards ever. Right now, he's just a dunker. And DeAndre Jordan is just a dunker. They need to get with a big guy and develop as he say, that feet work. I would say footwork in my vote, in proper English.
The Chuckster, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet Smith, big man camp. One more bit of business before we go in this segment.